Money. 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 You gotta have it. When you need it, what do? If you don't have a rich uncle, call Lending Tree. With us, hundreds of banks compete for your business, so you'll get loans with competitive interest rates, and in some cases, with no closing costs. So here's the deal. If you need money, call us. Do you want to refinance your current loan? Are you 62 or older and interested in a reverse mortgage? Then call Lending Tree now. 800-634-1315. 800-634-1315. We've closed over $250 billion in loans. We know what we're doing and can help you. Call right now for a free quote. 800-634-1315. 800-634-1315. 800-634-1315. That's 800-634-1315. NMLS number 1136.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
When I wasn't taking it and I was waiting for my operation, I was feeling very tired. Now I'm driving like 11, 12 hours a day. I told you I manage 15 gas stations. And I have so much energy. I even gave some of my pills for my son, and he said, Dad, this is good, so I like it. I'm healing so fast. It's like amazing. My family is so surprised because my wound closing up and doing so good. So that is working now that I'm start taking those fruits and vegetables.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. For a limited time, you can receive a 30% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code USA.
Hi, I'm Frederick Penney of Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers. I bet you're tired of hearing lawyer commercials, so just relax and listen to music for a few seconds. When you or a family member has been injured, call 800-616-4LAW or see us at PenneyandAssociates.com. See, that wasn't so bad.
The following is a live copyrighted presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for RadioLawTalk.com with your host, Frederick Penney, attorney at law. And now, RadioLawTalk.com.
On which you will learn that this is for entertainment purposes. Do not cite Radio Law Talk when in court or any other official adjudicatory body. With the exception of when you are around the dinner table with family and friends and somebody says, and as always happens, they said, and nobody knows who the heck they are. Well, you can counter with, well, okay, I'll see your they, and I will raise you, poker term, a Radio Law Talk reference.
That's exactly right.
And
podcasts.
Exactly. Go to the podcast. All of our shows are, well, nearly all. We've got a couple that are, from 2 or 3 years ago, whatever. But most, if not all, the shows are available on our website. Go to the podcast section, and if there's a specific topic you're looking for and you knew we talked about it, you're looking for that, you can search because we made it searchable.
We're going to talk about a lot of fun things today. Now that Denise is gone, we can do a case or no case coming up. We're going to talk about Harvey Weinstein. This is the trial starting. We're going to get into that. This is interesting. We're talking about Avenatti, a California sit-in mom's lawsuit, the latest, climate change kids lawsuit. There are so many other things we're going to discuss, we're going to get into. But, Todd is holding up the one that we have discussed. And my wife told me this morning, she says, what are you talking about today? And I showed her the topic. She goes, just picture a good, stalwart woman looking at me and going,
don't do it.
No, you got to listen. It's got to be quick. Listen, it's the...
Oh, that
and gave me the look
she said,
You're going to talk about that? And I said, well, we might have to touch on it. No pun intending.
Yeah. Well, so my question is, when she said you're going to talk about that, was it followed up with Todd suggested that one, didn't he? And
no.
I didn't.
No, Denise did. She's
Denise
gone.
did, yes.
Yes.
This
Denise
was
did.
not even me.
And we're not going to tell you what it's about now. We're going to leave you hanging. It's probably, we'll get to it second hour, but it's just one of those things that the hair on the back of your neck stands up when you, it's like, I got to talk about this lawsuit. We just have to talk about it. And you know what? We're staying away from all the crazy political stuff, even though there's a little political stuff in here.
I could even tell you that this case we're going to talk about, I can even tell you that it has to do with the Americans with Disabilities lawsuit, and you still will have no idea what this one is about.
That's exactly right. It's going to be good. Well, we talk about anecdotal stuff. Since Denise is not here, usually what would be happening by now, there would be silence. Denise would be saying nothing, and she'd be rolling her eyes, looking at us like, are we going to get going to talk about the law? The answer is no. What I was doing, let me tell you what I did. This was kind of exciting. You can go to my personal Facebook page or personal Instagram, whatever. I had the opportunity, and I was invited with my lovely bride to go down to the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, and they had, very similar to where the Golden Globes are, they had a thing called the Living Legends of Aviations, and it's like the who's who. It's all about aviation and, Apollo 13 movie, Jim Lovell, the astronaut.
Jim Lovell? Now,
Jim Lovell, yeah.
If Amelia Earhart showed up, now that would be
with Jimmy Hoffa.
Yes.
and here's the best part. I want you to understand. So there's a red carpet. You walk down the red carpet.
Oh, cool.
And John Travolta's there, and he's the MC. You have...
because John's a pilot. John Travolta's
right.
a pilot.
Yeah, and there's a myriad of, and I'll think of all the stars that I can't even. My wife's like, oh, there's a star, and so they allow everybody to walk down, and we are actually at a table, and thank you, Embraer, planes, jets. Embraer is good friends of mine, the company that makes the best, in my opinion, one of the best private jets out in the world. And we're sitting, going to go to the table, and as we walk up, we're late. And I'm not sure, but I think what happened was everybody walked through, the 300 or 400 people, and then all the celebrities walked through. I'm standing next to Kenny G, and we've got all the other celebrities walking through.
Does he carry his instrument
No,
everywhere?
he didn't.
Okay,
he probably does carry his instrument, but he didn't have his flute.
He
with
has
him
it on
or
the plane.
So there we go. Who's got three? I think we're at three now.
All right,
okay.
So I'm going to get to this the second. We are just going to go off the rails. So this is the best part. I'm walking up, and the lady looks at us, and we're walking across the red carpet. And you take the picture in front of the big thing. She goes, "Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Penney. Okay, you stand up there, and there's paparazzi everywhere. You got to understand, there's picture-taking people, but then there's just tons of paparazzi, And I walk there, and they start taking pictures, and you can see the paparazzi's face, just blank. And they're talking to each other like, who's that?
Who's this guy?
I don't know. And you can see they're ready with their camera, but they're like, do I ruin a piece of film or not? So sure enough, they didn't take pictures. The other people did, but none of the paparazzi. But then my daughter and son-in-law's with me, and we're not going to get into my son-in-law's personal thing, but he's semi-famous. They get on there, and they look gorgeous.
Oh,
he's
yes.
handsome. She's gorgeous. My daughter's beautiful. They stand up there. She looks like, and the paparazzi are doing the same thing. Who's this? And they're taking pictures. All of a sudden, the flashing lights go with my daughter and my son-in-law. They're like, and it's like, I don't know, but it might be someone famous. Let's blow it up. And then I'm going to tell you who we meet and who we run into and have a nice chit-chat with when we come back. But I should have told them I'm Frederick Penney, host of Radio Law Talk.
Yeah, you got the creds. You deserve paparazzi,
I'm
Fred.
the man.
Yeah.
I'm a paparazzi. We'll be back.
Stay tuned, caller. We'll try to get to your call just a little bit, too. There's more coming up right here on Radio Law Talk, on your favorite radio station, and, of course, on RadioLawTalk.com. Don't go away. We'll be back.
All advertising for legal services on Radio Law Talk is strictly for the state or states in which the advertiser is licensed. For more information, go to RadioLawTalk.com.
Jason Rosbach here with Fred Penney, managing attorney from Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers. Now, Fred, what type of cases are you dealing with now, and what sets you apart?
Jason, we help people with all types of personal injury cases. We're former insurance company trial lawyers. We understand the other side, which gives us a distinct advantage over our competition. Remember, we don't get paid unless we win.
That's Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennylawyers.com or give them a call, 1-800-616-4LAW. That's PENNEY lawyers.com.
This is Denise Dirks. We can represent clients in divorce, legal separation, child and spousal support, custody, termination of parental rights, step-parent adoptions, guardianships, and even conservatorship matters. Call 1-877-886-7186 for a consultation.
The law offices of Denise L. Dirks provide family law services in Northern California. When the law affects your family, call 877-886-7186. The family of attorneys at Denise L. Dirks is here to help.
Concussion Medical Clinic knows active people run the risk of the concussion. Soccer, football, even a simple fall can lead to a brain injury. Concussion Medical Clinic can test you before you start a sports program so they can have a baseline and more quickly diagnose a concussion should one occur. They also offer expert witness services if you're involved in a concussion case, and their specialty is the treatment of concussion. So if you have suffered a concussion and want the best concussion care available, give Concussion Medical Clinic a call, 916-259-4043, 916-259-4043, Concussion Medical Clinic.
Hi, I'm Frederick Penney of Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers. I bet you're tired of hearing lawyer commercials, so just relax and listen to music for a few seconds. When you or a family member has been injured, call 800-616-4LAW or see us at PenneyandAssociates.com. See, that wasn't so bad.
I've got to get my car washed. This dirt, it just won't do. But I don't have no time today. I don't know what I do.
Man, I know this place right down the road. Quick, quack, car wash. Hop inside, let's take a ride and watch this cat and shine. Just come and see, I guarantee your ride will steal the show. Come on, quick, quack, car wash. Don't drive that dirty car. Quick, quack, car wash. They'll have you looking sharp. Come on.
Many women have so many clothes in the closet, but then we go to get dressed and find we have nothing to wear. We've all been there. We all want to be comfortable and fashionable at the same time, and it's difficult to find clothing that makes that task effortless. But at Letty & Company, you can find trendy, comfortable clothing that is affordable. Things you'll want to wear every day. Shop with a purpose, online with free shipping. Just go to LETTYandcompany.com. LettyandCompany.com.
Even in the hustle and noise of this modern world, we feel the pull of the forest, to walk under the canopy and feel transformed. National forests are essential to life. Majestic and grand, they clean our air, supply drinking water to millions, and provide homes to countless wildlife. They fuel our imaginations, inspiring us to think big, and now's the time to do just that. Fires and natural disasters devastate our forests each year. That's why we're replanting millions of new trees across the country. The Arbor Day Foundation needs your help. We've heard the call of the wild and we've answered. Scientists, foresters, volunteers, and members, together we can preserve and protect our heritage and legacy. We must act now so that the generations of today and tomorrow can continue to depend on our forests. Visit arborday.org. See.
You're listening to RadioLawTalk.com. And now back to your host, Frederick Penney.
Yeah, we've got lots of anecdotal things to talk about, but when we have callers holding for a long time, we want to get the callers on. Cal, what do we got?
Yeah, Lori's with us now, calling from California. Hello, Lori. Good morning, and welcome to Radio Law Talk.
Hi, Lori.
Hi. Good morning.
Can you handle being with the two crazy boys, Todd and Fred? Do you mind?
I'll take my chances.
All right.
There you go.
It is a chance. You're taking a chance.
What's on your mind?
So I work for a company who wants to take away comp time, and depending on how many years you've been there is how much time they're going to take away. For myself, it's 120 hours. The problem is that I feel is that I was just told on January 8th I have to use take away 120 hours by February 1st. Otherwise, it will not accrue comp time any longer.
So take 3 weeks off before February 1st, or no more comp time is what they told you, basically, right?
Correct.
Okay, Lori, a couple of things. Is that did you lay it all out, basically, the basics?
I did. I haven't.
Okay.
What happened is we got a message from our manager, but I've seen nothing in writing. And the problem is that because of our staffing, we don't have the possibility to take all that time in one whack. And
Okay.
legally, don't you have so much time to whittle it down?
Well, the first question I have, this is Fred talking. Are you disguising your voice, and are you my secretary?
Insurance company, Fred.
It's insurance. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, hey, Todd. I mean, I look. Here's the great answer that we're going to give you, and it's hard because as lawyers, we're always going to say the same thing. It depends. And that's the problem because, you get facts. There's so many things. You're in different states, different, because, again, you're in California, but we're live nationwide. So, but Todd did some employment law, but he kind of had a twist on this. Go ahead, Todd.
Yes. I did do employment and labor for about 4 years before I became a DA in the early 2000s. And this
means you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly, because employment law, and that's an important point, Fred,
Yeah, it
because employment law, there is no area of law that I can think of that changes as often as employment law does. The number of changes that every state, especially California, makes on an annual basis to the labor code is mind-boggling. But when you have an accrued benefit like comp time, sick time, vacation time, some are accrued benefits that the employer cannot take away because you've earned it, and others are. I remember at one point in time, sick leave was not one that the employer had to cash out. Vacation was, and that might still be the case. My point is, because of the changes, you should probably call an attorney to go over how this comp time is actually handled in the state. The second thing is the California Labor Commissioner, the Department of Labor Standards Enforcement, they can also take a claim like this, and it's usually free of charge to you. So if you call the DLSE or go onto their website, often these questions are answered in full on the California Labor Commissioner's website. And I would have to imagine that this is a very common question. I would suggest that you go there to get an answer, and if you feel like you need more information, definitely call the Labor Commissioner before you shell out money to an attorney. But
well, sometimes the attorneys will take it on a percentage. So
that is
so
true.
that might, Lori, that's what you might want to do. So, Lori, we're going to leave that with you. I'm sorry we couldn't give you the exact 100% answer, but unfortunately we have to do general topics and general law. But do those two things. We know that.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks for the call.
Bye.
See you, Lori.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. So we're back to the Beverly Hilton, and as I walk down, and this is the who's who, and we are bouncing and rubbing shoulder and running into the who's who of Hollywood. My wife's like, oh, she's on TV. Oh, there's one that's on the TV. Oh, oh yeah, that's that person. That's this person. And and then the Shark Tank people are there. I don't know.
Really? That's cool.
Oh yeah, the Shark Tank. In fact, when I was walking out and getting in our car, my son-in-law, bumps me and goes, look, I look to my left, and where's one of the Shark Tank people? Just stand. I don't know. I'm not into the Shark Tank stuff, so it was apparently people of the who's who. And I
could
about
see you on Shark.
Yeah.
Couldn't you see Fred on Shark Tank?
Oh, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm Fred Penney from Radio Law Talk. They are way below us.
Yeah.
Way below us. I said Todd Cunin sits to my left. But here's the best part. You ready for this? Hang on. This is the best part. We go walking out, and we're just mingling. And before we go sit down for the big awards, and John Travolta is the guy that's in charge of this, we walk out on the deck, and there's nobody there. And my wife and my daughter keep looking at me. And keep looking around. And something's clearly wrong. And we take a picture, and there's nobody there. There's one guy there. And I'm a dude. I don't notice. And finally, my daughter looks to me and goes, that's Peter the Bachelor. I said, what? Like The Bachelor, like right now going on? Yeah, it's Peter the Bachelor. And he's standing there by himself doing nothing.
Now we know why no women going to hang around him.
Well, it's because, and so what happens is obviously my son-in-law, apparently they filmed in Cleveland at the Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Yes.
And my son-in-law, who, by the way, my son-in-law plays for the Cleveland Browns, and they just hit it off. Peter and my son-in-law were talking. They knew the same people. Oh, yeah, I remember we were filming, and my daughter was I don't know, not involved fully, but she knew what was going on when that happened. And
because, hey, we have a Todd the Bachelor on our show. And
that's exactly right. But it was Peter that he's just hanging out by himself with us, So there we go.
Well,
that is
cool.
my claim to fame. I hang out with Todd and Cal, but now I was hanging out with Peter the Bachelor.
Wow.
So those of you who are watching it this Monday night, I know the answers.
I will bet you that your
No, I don't.
your mother's heart would be swelling with pride at this
Oh,
moment.
I'm so happy that I met Peter
yeah.
the Bachelor. So there we go. That was what I did this weekend. I rubbed shoulders with the rich and famous. Now Radio Law Talk's taken off. I wish they would have said, "Aren't you the host of Radio Law Talk?" And I would have walked up there and taken John Travolta's place.
You didn't wear your formal T-shirt that said, "Yes, I am the host of Radio."
I'm surprised you didn't wear a tux with the Radio Law Talk shirt underneath it.
I know. I think we should fine him for failing to do that.
Okay, when we come back, we've blown a whole half hour, and we're going to come back, and we're really going to start off. I will say nothing. Cal's going to say, he's going to give a signal to me, and I'm going to say, Cal, case or no case. So we'll shut up so you can hear case or no case. Then we're going to start with Harvey Weinstein. I'm telling you, it is very, very interesting what is going on in Harvey Weinstein's case. You read it. If those of you who've read it, we will tell you what's kind of going on behind the scenes. There's 3 different segments we're going to discuss this.
And
so
it's all so bizarre.
it is. I think
goodness.
it's cool. I like it. We'll be back.
All right, we appreciate your listening to Radio Law Talk and remind you that Radio Law Talk is live 9 to noon every Saturday Pacific time. If your radio station locally is not playing us live, you can hear all 3 hours at that time. In fact, we would encourage you to do so. We'll be right back on Radio Law Talk.
All advertising for legal services on Radio Law Talk is strictly for the state or states in which the advertiser is licensed. For more information, go to radiolawtalk.com.
Warning, don't let your business get left behind in what is likely to be the biggest economic boom in recent history. If you need to build for your business to grow, call General Steel today for a pre-engineered steel building designed for your needs. No wasted space. Steel prices are expected to rise, but you can still lock in your price on a General Steel building. And you can still save as much as half the cost and time of conventional construction. As much as half. But you must call now. If you need a church building, office, warehouse, manufacturing space, retail space, or more, call General Steel today. You can still get the General's 50-year structural warranty and General Steel quality, all at a price you can afford. So don't let rising steel prices put your project out of reach and stop you from making your company great.
800-617-9312. 800-617-9312. 800-617-9312.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they were able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-263-2610. 800-263-2610. That's 800-263-2610.
Warning, don't let your business get left behind in what is likely to be the biggest economic boom in recent history. If you need to build for your business to grow, call General Steel today for a pre-engineered steel building designed for your needs. No wasted space. Steel prices are expected to rise, but you can still lock in your price on a General Steel building. And you can still save as much as half the cost and time of conventional construction. As much as half. But you must call now. If you need a a church building, office, warehouse, manufacturing space, retail space, or more. Call General Steel today. You can still get the General's 50-year structural warranty and General Steel quality, all at a price you can afford. So don't let rising steel prices put your project out of reach and stop you from making your company great.
800-617-9312. 800-617-9312. 800-617-9312.
And the Ad Council.
I like the Amargosa Valley.
You're listening to Radio Law Talk. And now back to the show.
Radio Law Talk and RadioLawTalk.com. Now it's time to play Case or No Case.
As promised, here we go for Case or No Case on Radio Law Talk. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet someone. Her name is Mary Bach, B-A-C-H, who calls herself a consumer activist. And she takes everything very seriously, and she holds primarily bigger companies accountable. That she thinks is her life's mission. Big companies that call her a pain, in the wallet, so to speak. And so this lady, Mary Bach, went shopping for a breakfast meal at her local Walmart. On the poster board, the price said 98 cents. When she paid, the register rang $1. She protested, took her refund, and went out and ate her 98-cent sandwich, being a lonely woman, probably in the shoe department of the Walmart store. We don't know. But anyway, the next time Mary came to Walmart, she ordered the same sandwich. And the 98-cent sandwich once again rang up as $1. And she said, "That's it. I draw the line. I'm going to go get a lawyer, and I'm going to do something about this." And so I ask you, Mr. Cunin.
No.
Case or no case? What do you think?
Well, I mean, boy, talk about putting in your 2 cents worth, right?
Exactly.
98 cents to $1. Yeah. Well, listen.
Is that a joke?
It was. I didn't say it was good. Look, when it comes to humor, I cast a wide net. They can't all be winners. In fact, most of them are not. Listen, is it against the law? Is it generally a wrong thing to advertise one price and then charge another? I mean, that sounds like bait and switch. It sounds like you can't do it. I mean, clearly, if it wasn't 2 cents and it was like $2 or $200 or $2,000, people would say, yeah, I really understand this and feel this should apply. But 2 cents, I'm going to say yes. I will say yes, this is a case. And I'm going to say that, well, it settles. I don't think anybody wants to end up going to court over 2 cents unless it turns into a class action. I mean, that would be the only way I could think that it would matter. But I'm going to say that it is a case and somehow it settles. I mean, if I'm the supermarket and somebody contacts me and says this can't happen, I write a check for $2 and say, look, here you go. But,
well, she did that first, and she said, you obviously didn't change anything, so I'm going after you. And that's okay. That's fine. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Mr. Penney, what say you? Case or no case?
This is really easy.
Okay.
I'll tell you why it's easy.
Okay.
I am applauding this wonderful Walmart for requiring or not requiring me to carry a bunch of change in my pocket. 98 cents. Here's the buck. Keep the change. I don't want 2 cents floating in my pocket.
So you don't mind the built-in tip, as it were.
Oh, my gosh, do I hate it when I get it. Don't you hate it when it's like, I'm sorry, I'm digressing, but it's $1.04. Dang it.
Right. Well, we have a big old, like a bottled water bottle down, buried in a secret location in our house. And whenever we have change like that, we just do a change dump.
But you have to carry it somewhere and put it for the day. It's just, I don't know.
It's our 50th anniversary vacation fund. That's our savings account.
Okay, I'm going to say it's definitely a scenario. I'm going to say it's a case, but here's the issue. Class action, did this go forth as a case? This is what scares me. No lawyer's going to take a case like this that's 2 cents. And then you think, oh, it's only 2 cents. It multiplies by thousands. But how many millions of people are you going to need? At 2 cents, how many millions of plaintiffs are you going to have to gather to want to step up to bring a lawsuit for 2 cents? They're not. So this did not occur as a class action lawsuit. I think it's a case. I'm going to back up and say it's a scenario, and she complained about it, but no one. Well, wait, but she would bring it on herself. What do you think?
What state was this in?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's a scenario, but not a case, just so we can try to catch up some points.
I'm not going to change my answer, but one thing I will say is it's in retrospect, it's not just about the amount taken. For example, in California, you could file what's called an unfair business practices claim, claiming that they got an unfair advantage by doing this, and then I think that's subject to almost $1,500 or $5,000 a pop for each violation. So even though it's 2 cents, it could add up.
But still, the thing is, no lawyer is going to take this. She could have brought it. The negative thing, she could have brought the case improper by herself. But I'm still going to just say scenario, but no case, well, just to get things excited.
No lawyer would definitely take it on a contingency.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's right.
If you pay my fee. All right, so now here is the answer you've been waiting for the case involving Mary Bach.
As he looks at his cell phone.
Well, that's why I have the document
stored
here.
Okay, good.
So now, if you think it is a case, please show me your hand.
Oh, dang it. She brought it on her own now. You watch.
Yeah, I'm sure it was improper. I don't know for sure, but I know this.
Yeah.
She sued. The court awarded her $100, out of which she had to pay $80 in court costs. So she made $20 on her 2-cent investment.
Yeah, that was I guarantee it was improper, small claims court.
Probably.
And she just did it to tick him off. Yeah. Dang it. I was right, but I was wrong on the
You talked yourself out of it. And we still don't know if Walmart ever changed their pricing policy.
I'm waiting for the Treasury Department to do away, or the minting to do away with pennies as a, because did you know that it costs more for the government to make a penny than a penny is worth? Each individual penny costs about 1.3 pennies to make. So,
I also know one of the first counterfeiters was a guy in Chicago who decided, the genius, to counterfeit nickels. So he went out and bought the nickel orb, made his own little nickels in a press, and it turns out each nickel he made cost him about 9 cents, and he did federal time anyway.
He's brilliant. Well, that's case or no case. I lose points. Todd gets 2. I thought I'd catch up with Denise.
I only got 1. I said it was a settlement.
Oh, you're right.
But it was actually a court.
1 for Todd, 0 for Fred.
So, what's going on in New York? We got things going on in New York, in Los Angeles. What's going on in New York right now is that Weinstein's trial starting. So what starts at first is trying to determine if they can find a jury pool that isn't tainted. That's difficult because anyone that watches the news or watches any social media knows what's going on with the Weinstein case. So that has been like the big contention, bringing hundreds or thousands of people in to even see if they're will even make the jury pool selection. And the process is you go in, you got to say, oh, I can't do this because of what reason, and then they get this pool, and then they're basically randomly picked, and then they're asked questions. Remember we talked about last week in the Weinstein trial, I believe, what was it, how many pages, like an 18-page or 16-page document that asks questions of the potential jurors, where usually it's a few pages when you go to court. So what's happened is they've pretty much at this point, I'm going to back us up to the beginning of the week. They started choosing jurors, and the issue they're trying to do first is the Weinstein. There was so much going on because, as we talked about last week, that Los Angeles has now brought a case against him. They took it to the appellate court to try to look, let's do a cool down period. The appellate court said no, proceed forward. Basically, they said the following. It's very basic. Look, this thing's going to be a circus no matter when you do it, and so just move forward with it. So that's what happened with that. This carnival-like atmosphere that's occurred is continuing. And then during the middle of the week, as they start choosing jurors, and Todd and I are going to touch on this, and Todd has done a lot of this in the criminal cases, and that's why he can do a little montage on this. They're starting to accuse, that is the prosecutors, the defense, of kicking off white female jurors and being prejudicial. That's what they're trying to claim. That's what they're claiming.
Yes, white female jurors who are young. So the big thing here was the age. And Look, this is something that happens in criminal trials that criminal attorneys need to be careful. Anybody who does trials needs to be careful. If there is a pattern or an identifiable pattern that one side sees the other side doing in the removal of jurors, and I'll explain that in just a second, then a motion can be brought that they're eliminating those jurors if the elimination touches on a protected class. So, for example, they can show that you're removing people because of their age, over 40, because of their gender, because of their race. It all boils back to a U.S. Supreme Court case. We'll talk about that when we come back, because that is a no-no in jury selection.
Yeah, I want to tell you, and then when we come back, there's a very interesting case that they argue to the judge, look, they excuse this white woman and because she is this. And it's interesting that they're saying, why we should, the prosecutor's saying they shouldn't be able to excuse her. I'm going, well, I'd try to excuse this case also. We'll be back.
Interesting stuff coming up still right here on Radio Law Talk. We're just getting started, so stay there. We'll continue after this.
Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? I don't think so. Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-814-5108. 800-814-5108. 800-814-5108. That's 800-814-5108.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252.
Jason Ross back here with Fred Penney, managing attorney from Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers. Now, Fred, what type of cases are you dealing with now, and what sets you apart?
Jason, we help people with all types of personal injury cases. We're former insurance company trial lawyers. We understand the other side, which gives us a distinct advantage over our competition. Remember, we don't get paid unless we win.
That's Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennylawyers.com or give them a call, 1-800-616-4LAW. That's PENNEY lawyers.com.
This is Denise Dirks. We can represent clients in divorce, legal separation, child and spousal support, custody, termination of parental rights, step-parent adoptions, guardianships, and even conservatorship matters. Call 1-877-886-7186 for a consultation.
The law offices of Denise L. Dirks provide family law services in Northern California. When the law affects your family, call 877-886-7186. The family of attorneys at Denise L. Dirks is here to help.
Hi, I'm Frederick Penney of Penney & Associates Injury Lawyers. I bet you're tired of hearing lawyer commercials, so just relax and listen to music for a few seconds. When you or a family member has been injured, call 800-616-4LAW or see us at pennyassociates.com. See, that wasn't so bad.
Concussion Medical Clinic knows active people run the risk of the concussion. Soccer, football, even a simple fall can lead to a brain injury. Concussion Medical Clinic can test you before you start a sports program so they can have a baseline and more quickly diagnose a concussion should one occur. They also offer expert witness services if you're involved in a concussion case, and their specialty is the treatment of concussion. So if you have suffered a concussion and want the best concussion care available, give Concussion Medical Clinic a call, 916-259-4043, 916-259-4043, Concussion Medical Clinic.
Infectious diseases spread by pests like malaria, Zika, and Chagas disease are causing a worldwide health crisis. Fortunately, here at home, we don't face the same level of threat, but we shouldn't let our guard down. Mosquito-borne diseases like...
All advertising for legal services on Radio Law Talk is strictly for the state or states in which the advertiser is licensed. For more information, go to radiolawtalk.com.
Radio Law Talk. I like that show.
Radio Law Talk. Now, back to the show.
So we're at picking the jury in the Weinstein trial in New York, and there's two things that the attorneys have. They can kick someone off for cause or what's called a preemptory challenge. In New York, it's 10 to 20 preemptory challenges for a felony. Probably this one has 20. Todd and I were talking about it during the break. We're not sure. Which means for cause, the attorneys can say, look, there's an obvious, the guy stands up, and it's a guy, and he says, I'm a New York police officer. Well, that's for cause. I mean, clearly that person will have a very difficult time being neutral. Or, I am the brother of the defendant, that's for cause.
And there are even some who just put on the jury questionnaire. In the jury questionnaires I've typically used have a question that says, can you be completely fair and unbiased? And some people say, no, I can't. Right. Look, if I am of the assumption that the person sitting next to the guy that keeps jumping up and down saying objection, and the person who's called the defendant, we wouldn't be here if they didn't do something wrong, and I have a hard time being fair and objective. And look, those people are dismissed for cause.
And that judge has to decide that. But the preemptory challenges, let's just assume they have 20. The sides can kick off, and they really don't have to say the reason why they're kicking them off. They just say, we like to thank, the typical saying is, we'd like to thank and excuse Mr. Todd Cunin.
Exactly.
That's it. And they walk off. They don't say a reason or anything like that. And in this case, the prosecutor saying Harvey Weinstein's defense counsel is kicking off white females that are young. I mean, basically, and then they're arguing, well, because they're millennials and they're not they're kind of follow the Me Too movement type of thing.
You know how some states are at will employment.
Yes.
So which means that your employer doesn't need a reason to let you go. They can just let you go. However, if you can prove that the reason the employer let you go was because of your race, because of your religious beliefs, because of your protected class is what they call them, then the employer has violated the law, even in an at-will state. Removing jurors from a case using preemptory challenges is the same thing. I don't have to state a reason, but if the other side can show that the reason I am doing that by a pattern,
it's pattern.
That the reason I'm doing it is because of a certain characteristic that's protected, then I've got a problem as an attorney because the other side files what's called or makes what's called a Batson motion, which refers to a Supreme Court case, U.S. Supreme Court case, where the court initially said you can't do that for race. You cannot exclude people on the basis of race. Interestingly enough, one of the dissents, I think it was Justice Berger in the dissent, said, well, if we agree with this, then people will be able to bring a motion if they can prove that folks are discriminating based on gender. Now, this case was like 1980. 1994, U.S. Supreme Court expanded Batson and said, yeah, you can't remove them for gender either.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And that is what the prosecution is saying here, is that the defense is removing people based upon their gender and arguably their age, but primarily their gender, white young females, and the defense has to answer to that.
And here's what's interesting, as I alluded to before the break, this is one of the arguments they make. They said the following, get ready for crickets on this one. This is a cricketer. The prosecution said, Your Honor, here's an example. They excuse a woman who said she had friends who were sexually assaulted in college. Yeah. I mean, so as an attorney, you have to be neutral. You listening out there, look, as an attorney, of course he's going to kick that person off because that woman, I think, is going to have a difficult time not remembering her friends being sexually assaulted, and for them just to say, well, I'd like to thank and excuse you. Maybe that's a reason they think that, but for him to say that, the prosecutor, I think, come on, guy, you know.
Yeah, if the defense can make some sort of reasonable explanation as to why they dismiss somebody, the Batson motion should be denied. But that's where it gets a little bit difficult. Sometimes when they go through jury selection, all they mark down on their little Post-it note that represents each jury maybe is a little mark that just like, I didn't like this, and they remove them. If you're an attorney and you don't keep notes as to why you dismiss somebody, even though you don't have to tell the court, and then the other side files a motion claiming you're discriminating in the removal of jurors.
That they see a pattern here.
Yeah,
right.
And if you can't remember why you dismissed each juror, you got a problem, Cal.
Well, the question is, how does Harvey Weinstein get a jury of his peers? He's got to find a bunch of old, white Hollywood men who are accused of sexual assault.
That's right.
Well, that's not what the Constitution says. That's not what it says.
I know.
But here's what's interesting, too. And another one, the prosecutor argues, just a little anecdotal, interesting stuff is, well, you kicked off another female that, because she was writing a book about the assumptions of women in the workplace. Well, come on. Well, of course, are they worried about that woman having a little bit of a skewed, belief? And the answer is yes. And but anyways, we're going to get to some more stuff.
Yeah.
But the judge said no.
And on that one there, look, the jurors are given a specific admonition that says, there's usually a period of time, 90 days, before you can release any, book deals or pay for, do anything, give interviews or anything like that based upon your jury service, and you're not supposed to be consulting the media. And if you got somebody that comes in and specifically says, I'm writing a book.
Yeah, about something like this in the workplace.
How do you not, as an attorney, have concerns that this person is going to be thinking more about what they put in their book than about whether or not this person has been proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? I'm not defending Weinstein. I'm trying to defend the impartiality of the process.
And that's why I think what the prosecution brought forth, from what I've seen, again, we're looking at a small portion of it, just so you know, and we're being general. But what I've seen is like, come on, really? And luckily, the Judge Burke says, no, we're denying your motion, your objections. Move on, counsel. Because I know there's a number of, I know there's three men are white. I mean, during the middle, I can't remember exactly what the final breakup of the jury is, but 3 men are white, an African-American man, 2 women are African-American, 1 woman is an African-American and Latino. It's a mix.
And right now they're only through 7. They've only picked 7 people. They still have 5 more to go on this one.
I think they actually, as of Friday, they finalized.
Had they finally?
I think by Friday they finalized it. We're going to get into that. But here's one interesting thing that the judge stated. And this is, we're walking you through. We talked about Monday, Tuesday. This is Wednesday, Thursday, or I believe it was Thursday. Judge Burke advised the jurors this, and this is interesting. Advised the jurors, quote, this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is not a referendum on the Me Too movement. So he basically admonished them to this is not about Me Too. And this is about what this individual,
this narrow slice
this
here.
person, and how his life is or will be affected, and how these women's life were affected if anything occurred.
With all the time this takes, do the hourly charges, do you charge for extra for court time, or is it the same as a regular hourly charge in a case
I can answer that question. Yeah. Most of the lawyers I know that are defense lawyers, now if you're doing a personal injury case like us, it's straight contingency. But lawyers do charge a higher rate, generally speaking, for trial time. And it's not a little more expensive. It's a lot more expensive for trial time.
So you got prep time, that's one rate, and then you go into the courtroom, boom, the meter is like after the latest PG&E rate increase. It's really spinning.
Usually it spins pretty hard, and that's exactly it. Okay, so then we move on to, and we're running out of time, and so you're going to have to join us on our next segment. Harvey Weinstein finally now they get into the questions of the jurors. So, and they've got most of them chosen. Right now they have 7 male jurors and 5 female jurors. So that's the 12. So they've got their 12 jurors right now, but some of the questions they asked to get those 12 jurors is interesting, and that's the stuff we're going to go into next hour. So join us for hour number 2 of Radio Law Talk. We appreciate you joining Todd and I and Cal. We have gone off the rails a few times. It is very clear we're doing better than I thought, Todd.
Exactly. And when we talk about next segment with that, I'm also going to talk about some things that I've encountered during jury selection and whatnot. I couldn't wait to use whatnot.
Yeah. He used the whatnot. Cal, is it time for us to go away?
Whatnot is a critical word in this program.
Yes.
You have to be able to use whatnot.
Join us next hour. Call us at 855-529-7234 or tweet us at Radio Law Talk. We'll be back second hour.
By the way, it's 7236.
Oh, 7236.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of charges, I'm sure you charge extra for whatnot, don't you? I'm just wondering.
Or you can call 34 and see who's on the line, Todd.
We'll be back with more Radio Law Talk after the top of the hour break right here. So stay tuned. There's much more coming up.
You have been listening to RadioLawTalk.com, a copyrighted presentation of Radio Law Talk Incorporated.
$1,000 or more to the IRS and you cannot afford to make payments to the IRS, you may qualify for the CNC tax program. This is a new program, and if you qualify, you won't make any payments to the IRS while in this program. Once you're accepted into this program, the IRS is forced to stop all harassing collection activities. No threatening phone calls, no wage garnishments, no bank levies, and no more monthly payments to the IRS. Get ready to write this number down. It's the most important number you'll ever need to end your IRS tax nightmare. Call Paramount Tax Relief at 800-547-4804 for a free confidential consultation to find out if you qualify for the CNC tax program. Once you are accepted into the CNC tax program, you won't make any payments to the IRS while in this program. Call Paramount Tax Relief now at 800-547-4804. That's 800-547-4804. Again, 800-547-4804.